there's this underworld dude here.
Why?
Someone may want him gone.
Why would I not walk in, deliver my justice and judgment, and then we confiscate all of their belongings and monetary assets as evidence that we can then use in further investigation?
Because you would be shot. Repeatedly.
End of story.
With great prejudice.
With great prejudice.
Think it's gonna happen any other way? The other way?
Termination with extreme prejudice.
Underworld sources pay malefactors, like myself, to manipulate the underworld for them to their benefit.
Yeah,
sometimes this involves
manipulating the underworld.
Sometimes this involves manipulating the
Arbitor. I am a non-corrupt.
Sometimes? What do you mean
Every
sometimes?
single time it involves manipulating the Arbitor.
Corruption points.
And I happen to be working for both the Inquisition and a member of the Arbitos at the moment.
I am.
This puts me in a unique position to make lots of money.
I know. There is a way I could go about where I'd be a little bit more jaded and not really give too much shit, but probably not going to do that. Do you have a book of judgment?
Yes I do. Where is it?
Oh no, wait. Do you have the Radical's Handbook?
Is the Radical's Handbook basically the reverse of the Book of Judgment?
Not quite. There's actually something in there for Arbiter. Just Arbiters.
Oh.
No, the Radical's
Just
Handbook...
good Arbiters or evil Arbiters?
Just Arbiters.
No, the Radical's Handbook is more of everything for everyone. Because that's the point. You are a radical of whatever you are a member of.
You were to say turn a blind eye.
Just so you know, suspected deception of an Arbiter is 2 years precinct interrogation. Just so you know.
What constitutes suspected deception?
If I think you probably tried to deceive me...
So every single time we've talked?
Most of the time, yeah. If we were working for the same Inquisitor, man, you would be in prison.
I'm good at lying, though, so you might not know I'm deceiving you.
True. I don't think you've had an
Oh,
idea
here's
yet.
the thing. It's just suspected deception.
But you don't have any reason to suspect him. You're just kind of suspicious of him because...
You have to be careful with metagaming on that, because just because you know that he does all this stuff doesn't mean your character does.
Yeah.
Compared to me, he dresses like a man who was born...
Homeless?
Most
destitute?
likely.
You're not so much suspicious of him as
a
you look
chaos
down your nose
cultist?
at him then.
Yeah.
I
You
do not know you are a cultist.
Yet.
You think everybody's a cultist.
Here's the
so
thing,
you're an
though.
arbiter.
Except for people of the Inquisition.
Hey, you gotta remember, innocence proves nothing. Seriously, that is one
That's
of
their mantra.
That's the creed of the fucking Arbiter?
Innocence
It really
proves
is,
nothing.
actually. Yeah, innocence
Holy
proves nothing.
balls.
That's part of it. Big part of it.
I may be a dick, but you may be
fascist
innocent. That means
bastards!
nothing.
You're completely innocent, but because I don't like you and you took up my time, fuck you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they actually have an interrogation in here I read. Oh my god. Oh.
Proved he was innocent within the first day. 2 years later. Yeah, he's still innocent, guys.
No, the guy did like almost... He was just around.
He was standing near the vicinity of shit that went down.
Yeah, don't do that.
Confined for 2 years.
Please don't do that.
Okay. Summary
I
notes.
don't want to reroll a character, and I don't want to fight you.
Day 4 of interrogation. In hour 6, subject was shown transcripts demonstrating that he had heard conversations among fellow workers expressing disrespectful sentiments about the Imperial Adeptus. Subject indicated awareness of the penalty for failing to report expression of anti-imperial thought. Claimed he had twice traveled to the precinct house but was unable to approach. Subject was shown surveillance agent dossiers recording his movement to the front concourse of the 5th District House but making no attempt to approach further. Subject was then made aware that this constituted remaining within restricted distance of an Adeptus building without cause and informed of penalties for same. Subject became unresponsive. Subject was reminded of statement made aloud during day 2 of solitary confinement. I wish I could tell you something so I could give you what you wanted. Open expression of the desire to possess a criminal history is 4 offenses, all of which are outlined to the subject along with their penalties. Subject still unresponsive. Upon questioning about subject's unusual route from food hall to Hap cell at the end of the evening work shifts, subject claimed a wish to conceal a serial liaison with fabricatory forewoman. Interrogators produced records from said forewoman stating that liaison had terminated. The number, nature, and penalties of all offenses deriving from false testimony to Arbitor were enumerated. Subject spent prolonged period in an emotionally agitated and unresponsive state. An hour 15 of day 4, subject agreed to earn the deferral of immediate penalties by detailing worker expressions of anti-imperial sentiment.
Fuck!
You heard people saying bad things about us and didn't say anything.
So you're arrested and confined for 2 years, really?
Your ass is ours!
That was just day 4.
That was just day 4.
On day 1, you said you would tell us anything that we wanted so you could leave. That's 4 offenses. You want to have a criminal history. That's what? No. That's 4 more bad things.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Just so you know, that's what you're up against.
That's what
People think
You get charged.
You're
for,
completely unreasonable.
They throw the
Which
book
is
at you
perfect.
for reporting stuff to you. That doesn't make any sense.
But you're failing to report stuff.
Suspect of failing to report stuff.
And then he came within restricted area and did nothing? He came way too close to the precinct house. He should have gone inside and reported it. Instead, that's 4 more charges or whatever.
Because
This dirty hobo is too close to our building. Kill him. Kill him with extreme prejudice.
But yeah, that's not the least bit surprising
hey,
though, because if you have you ever read Eisenhorn?
No.
It's
like
not...
seriously, right near the beginning of that, there's like this friggin' arbiter whose first reaction going into a place is just like, he's just like, Arbitus, freeze! And he walks in, blasts with his shotgun before anybody can even put up their hands. He's just like,
So, Adam.
yeah.
weed
Adam's
or
pretty
anything?
much dead on with that. Just
They don't have anything to smoke.
Yep.
Foster, what you have to remember is that death. These are only a lot of the death penalty stuff. This isn't even like
Those are just
penal colony.
those are just major
or-
offenses.
I could send you to a penal legion, the penal colonies. You could have the glory of continued to serve after your death. If we send you to the Mechanicus to be made into a servitor, you could
Depending on the
continue to
world.
serve the Emperor.
Littering could land you life in jail, depending on the world.
Basically on the paradise world he's from.
Pretty much, yeah.
Me showing up in my dirty rags would land me in jail.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I love how
Not
our
quite.
party is
Not quite.
literally everybody hates each other.
Not quite.
Well, yes and no.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Except
the
for him.
Mechanicus doesn't.
We have the triangle of just hatred.
And then the Mechanicus is standing there going, "You guys are nuts."
And our hospitalar doesn't really like the Mechanicus
We
because he
don't-
worships the Omnisaya.
We don't really have the same problem that you do. You're from a hive world. You're from the criminal underhive. You look...
I was destitute enough to believe in the Chaos Gods.
You look
Actually,
more
no, that's not
destitute
entirely true.
than-
Adam and Donovan's character have no beef with each other.
They don't-
Everybody
yeah,
else
we
is
don't
pretty nuts.
really get along that
Okay.
much. I constantly hit on her.
That's your
true.
issue, yeah.
We don't get along.
Hitting on the ecclesiarchy.
But no, you must think. Poor people in my world weren't like destitute and factories. They were like beach
Middle class.
bums and hipsters and
They're poor because it's cool.
fuck, pretty much. There's tons of surfing. They can live out of their car because it doesn't get below 25 degrees ever.
They're not poor because they have to eat out of the trash.
Yeah.
And on this world, it's a hover car that also gives you a massage and makes Sundays for you.
And folds out into a bed. Like,
Hey,
it's
we
just,
no. We don't have rich people. The rich people have to come to us.
the rich people come
I
to
wasn't
the paradise
rich.
world.
I was
Basically,
middle class, and
your-
the poor people were.
your
just
planet
in
is a
cars.
vacation
They were cars.
destination.
The poor
Well, of
people have
course.
cars?
No, they just had regular cars, not
Ah.
hover cars.
Oh, they slept on
Hover
the hood.
cars that make you Sundays and stuff. Why would you need
Okay,
that?
so the poor people
They had a
are
pickup
like
truck
today's
and
middle
they had a
class,
bed
and the
in the
middle
back.
class on that planet are like rich people, and rich people are really rich then.
Not necessarily.
Rich people are there for a vacation.
Yeah, it is a paradise world.
No. Poor people are legit. Or they wouldn't have good houses. They wouldn't need good houses. You'd probably have tons of You'd have
Yeah,
tons
poor
of
people
small,
don't need good houses.
You'd have tons of smaller hab complexes, like you'd have apartment buildings or like small trailer parks
Guys
near
living out their
resorts.
vans and-
Or resorts.
Well, no, they'd be near resorts, but
Trailers.
far enough away from resorts that the rich people, the rich nobles that would come from other planets that would
Wouldn't
come
have
to
to
this
see them.
planet. Exactly, they would just serve on them and wait on them in their menial fucking jobs. The poorest people we probably have is like low middle class. And even then, that's still like a 2-income household.
Yeah, so not a
That's
planet
not
where
like-
people are bad off, really.
No.
Which they do exist, believe it or not, in the 40k universe. There's actually a lot of them. There's just a lot more crappy ones.
And there's some that still believe they're knights, apparently.
Oh, man.
and despite what the Imperium says, there's some perfectly peaceful planets that will stay out of their reach forever because warp storm that's never going to go away.
Hey.
One day, damn it.
Hey,
Yeah, no, that sometimes they have groups of space marines just sitting there waiting, and they are going to be sitting there waiting forever.
you guys ever want to just go to a feudal world and fuck shit up against a bunch of guys who have swords and shit?
Eat
we
laser
have-
guns, bitch.
Ha ha ha.
I imagine we'll end up there eventually.
Oh, rich people go on safari to feudal worlds sometimes, I bet.
Hunting the people?
Yeah,
Feral
probably.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Fair
People,
Rich
in,
enough.
people in fucking hives do it. They go down to the underhive and shoot the scum. Guys like you, in fact. Rich, you probably
I
got
never
hunted
got
by
to
rich
do that.
bucks.
How do
in
you
fact.
think I got my gun?
Exactly, you probably got hunted by rich bucks and stole one from one
The
that
best
got too
I
close.
probably did was harpoon like sharks and shit.
Oh, I literally thought you were going to say harpoon a homeless man.
Why
The worst I ever did was
Well,
just
well,
harpoon
you see, they-
one,
well,
I
you
towed
see-
him back in.
Well, no, you see,
Realistically,
Paradise Worlds
if you
don't
were-
normally have free-range homeless, so they
That's-
bring them in. They import
Free
wild
range
game
homeless.
import.
Of course, that's how we do it.
We bring in a truckload of them, set them free. The last one living gets to go home.
If you were homeless on my planet, you probably wouldn't complain.
It's called a paradise world, so yeah, probably wouldn't complain.
Yeah, even if you're poor on a Paradise World.
Low-ish populations, nothing like a hive. Large city, maybe the size of Vancouver. Very nice. See, I think I should get 2 weapon ballistic skills just so I can get 2 stub revolvers. Not even going with the good, with good handheld weapons. No, I just want stub revolvers.
I just want to look badass.
Yeah, I got rapid reload. I think this just needs to be stated clearly. Every session, dangerous conduct is a field executionable offense. Just
What
throwing it out
constitutes as dangerous conduct?
there. You leave that up to me.
Says the guy that'll walk in and start shooting.
We are
I
part of
did
the
not start
Inquisition.
shooting.
Yes, you
Ever.
You will, though.
That's a good point. You're part of the Inquisition. What is it that you do that isn't dangerous?
Our entire
Because,
job requires
Almost
like
everything
Foster
dangerous
pointed out
conduct.
last week,
I
corrosive
did not-
snakes!
You have to be a little lenient.
Because corrosive
Hey,
snakes.
when I walked into that bar, I
Wait,
had
tell
my
me-
badge out
no,
and
no.
I asked a question. That guy started it. I just pulled the trigger before he threw a grenade at me. It was the best call for everybody.
Fair point. Dangerous conduct to you or in general? Because that doesn't sound like general dangerous
I
conduct.
think it would be.
Because that means we're
It would
never
be- I think it
allowed
would
to
be in-
initiate a fight.
It'd be more like something that would endanger a majority.
I'm guessing it would be
Imperial
something. I'm
system.
guessing it would
This
be.
is different. We are dangerous against people who physically threaten us. If you like,
Or we think will physically threaten us.
if you accidentally blow something up in public, which could more likely happen with someone who screws with machinery.
I think
Or
we're
Dangerous
if-
conduct.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's more like you fuck up a bunch of innocent people for no reason.
Well,
Crash a car, drunk driving.
Here's what I'm thinking.
That-
Drunk driving is dangerous conduct.
That sounds like something we won't run into too often then.
We might though.
We probably will, but not too often.
Another example of dangerous conduct. If you do like what the cultists last week did and drop a flash grenade at your feet because, hey, let's blind everybody, I got nothing to lose. Speaking of which, you guys didn't search the bodies. We forgot.
No, they all got eaten by snakes.
All right.
They were getting attacked. Although
Yeah, you
We
don't-
could search the
but-
eaten
but-
corpses
but-
because
but-
he pissed off all the snakes.
They were not on. They were not on it. They were in rags, so there was probably enough of their flesh exposed that they wouldn't have had to go through any of it. So they may not have eaten anything valuable off of it.
Yeah, there's probably some stuff still left on them.
Yeah, I seriously doubt they ate the cultists' auto pistols.
Screw it, I got search.
Speaking of which, I need auto gun rounds.
Does anyone have the equipment sheet for all the, or was Donovan taking care of that?
I think
What do you
Donovan has that.
What, our general
No,
property
just the
stuff?
general property.
Yeah, he might have that.
I thought we were just
Anyway,
abandoning most
this
general
is,
property because it was chaos tainted.
Yeah, the stuff you're rolling for, searching for, would be the rare thing that isn't chaos tainted, like cultists that went, this is mine now.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Pretty much.
Turns out it's a demon sword. The creepy old man that had your sword are kind of weird like that. Good job, Stinson.
I'm pretty sure that's 100.
Good fucking job.
We had a long
I didn't see
discussion
it.
about if that's 100 or not.
That is
that's
100.
100.
We went fully over these
Whatever
rules.
it is I was looking for.
Oh, by the way,
You got fucking insanity
I'm
points for
totally.
that shit.
Oh, by the way, the
I
way it
actually
worked
searched.
out, that thing with
Find it.
dice ended up being the end of what's going to be the first episode. So that's hilarious. It pretty much ends with you saying, when we said we figured shit out, we didn't. Episode ends.
Okay.
One day we'll learn how to play this game. Yeah, fucking right.
I have search. I have search, which means I passed. You can check this. What the fuck is your perception?
You rolled a 25.
Oh wait, I don't have search.
I failed.
It's
Isn't
half.
search one of those regular, or
It depends on the class, remember?
Yeah, it's a basic skill, so you can use it anyways, but you have
But,
to still
yeah.
be trained to use
Yeah.
it well.
Basic
I
skills
use
you
it at
can
my
use at
full
any
perception.
time, but you use your half.
Yeah.
Advanced skills you can't do.
You can't use it all.
Like
Like
I can do tech use at my half skill because I'm a fucking high roller. He can't.
Fuck it.
He needs tech use to be able to do tech use. So I
but
can try
high
and
rollers are
but-
just like, hey,
but-
there's
but-
neon
but-
lights and gizmos
I can-
and gears
I can
and
jerry
shit.
rig
It's
shit.
uneducated scum filth. I can read.
how did this turn into hate crimes? Like,
That's
It's
not a hate crime.
It's not a hate. It's fact. I can't read. I
from
don't
the
have
hive.
literacy.
It's from the hive.
yeah, but he hates you because of it.
I literally can't read.
Speaking as a man,
You never needed no fancy book learning.
I
You
don't
just
need no
shot
book
rats and made tacos out of them.
pretty much
Straight.
since Arbites can't serve in their home world because that's too much blackmail potential. Easily, if you're
Or
in
actually,
your
no.
home
On
world,
this
there are
world,
people who care
no,
about
there'd
their-
still be rats on this.
What
world,
blackmail
but
do you
there'd also
have?
be
Can I
assorted
sell that for a
lizards
profit?
and-
Don't know since we aren't on my home world. We are nowhere near it.
You would
because
know, though.
Arbitos don't serve. On,
You would know. You would
but
personally know your own
I
blackmail.
wouldn't tell you.
I could get you drunk.
Are you attempting to deceive
So
me?
how'd your search check go?
I'm
I
buying
got
you
a
a beer.
Not well. I mean, 36 is a decent roll, but I only have 29%.
Well, you
Yeah, you don't want
find
to burn a fate point this early.
8
What's-
thrown gelt
what's
and
what's just
two,
lying
and
there?
two stump and two whatchamacallit, auto pistol clips. That's about it.
It's all yours, buddy.
I can have the ammo? Sweet. That literally doubles my ammo.
Sounds good. Do we find guns?
So you now have 4 clips for your pistol.
I have the gun. I can take the
I mean,
bullets
we
out.
all failed, so technically no one found anything.
You didn't fail.
Well, you found
Yeah, I did.
you found the
What?
bare minimum.
I need a
because
14.
you
I
all
have
failed
28.
pretty much.
Sorry.
You found the bare minimum that you were going to find. pretty
Yeah.
much.
There aren't even guns lying under the corpses?
Oh no, they have guns. They're
We
all
didn't
just
look
all
at
covered
them.
in chaos runes and shit, so you don't want to
Oh,
touch them.
okay. We want to throw him in that weird cultist bonfire. Hey, he's on watch, right? Is there a sledgehammer or a crowbar I can use to tear down that god-awful fucking altar? That emperor-defiling
You're going
monstrosity.
to
That
tear.
insult!
Can we search it first? Can we try and find out shit first?
You're going to tear down a solid hunk of carved stone.
Give me a sledgehammer.
Can we figure out what it is first?
I can
Sure.
help with my utility. Fucking.
Can I figure out what it is first?
Go for it.
Not even close.
This is an altar. It has a slide on the front that's designed to kick people down, but you can figure that out just by looking at it.
Can I search for a tool shed?
Can you search for a tool shed?
Does this look like there's a tool shed I can search?
Go. You can search for tools. Go for it. I'll give you a plus 20 on that because tools are pretty.
Oh, thank God I got the plus 20.
Woo! It is helpful.
So what'd you roll? You rolled a 30. So yeah, you find a couple sledgehammers and a crowbar.
Perfect.
Is there just
Set
like
of
some
pouches.
points that we can take down? Like, because I don't want to take the whole base apart. That'll take all day.
It's
We
a
just
solid
knock it
hunk
down?
of carved granite.
Okay, well.
We start with the limbs.
You cannot take it apart except by a lot of blunt force, and you need to fix the car first, don't you?
Oh,
You're still
You're
working
fixing our Jeep,
You have 5 hours
so we
to
can
do
go
that.
to the
An
place.
hour is
Although we
fixed.
can assume that Donovan's character is going to town on this thing, possibly with his chainsword.
that's
Maybe
what I
not as
was
cheap.
doing.
That is absolute. Donovan's character was already
And there's
trying to
been,
blow
like,
it the
less
fuck
than
up
an
for the last like
hour
3
since
hours.
we started working on it.
He said, screw the hammer, I'm just gonna
So-
punch it. Ah! For the Emperor!
Well, I found a few of them, so I'd give one to him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Keep a lookout.
You'd be bashing it.
You also, you don't have a lot of ammo.
I do now.
You do.
You gave me bullets.
For your auto gun.
Auto pistol rounds can be put in an auto gun.
They're all the same rounds, it's just the same caliber.
Weird. Okay. That works for me.
It's clip size and rate of fire.
You want my scope? I'll take off my double barrel shotgun.
The scope would probably help.
I mean, I like Matilda having the range capability, but
You named it
The guy on the
Matilda?
lookout might need
Matilda is my long range shotgun.
it. My long range shotgun. That's not an oxymoron in any way.
No, not at all.
I can hit shit
No,
without
it's
penalty
ironic.
at 120 meters with a shotgun. What's
Google that
not
right
bad?
now.
No,
Sick your shit.
No,
I know-
Andrew,
I
that
know
was
what
not
it means.
ironic.
I'm
He's
just
right.
saying.
That was not ironic at all. Do you even know what ironic
For
means?
about a week.
Oh.
No, he doesn't. He's been pissing me off with that for like a week.
Well, at this point, it may not
I've
be
just been
because
bugging you, honestly.
now it's just a
Me and
piss
Nick,
you off.
well,
It's
I
entirely.
mean, I guess the act of using a shotgun for long range is ironic, but a shotgun.
A long range
looking at
shotgun is
But
not.
a long range, but if it's designed for long range, no, that ceases to be ironic. Using a short range shotgun for long range, that's ironic because it's the opposite of its literal intention, which is short range.
I just happened to throw a scope on this because I could. And then
I've gone to
pump
I've gone to
action.
university for 6 years to learn this shit. It's burned into my brain.
Dear God. And instead of the pump action, I have all the same stats as the pump action, but it's got the lever, so I can arty it. No, you gotta arty it. Gotta get the recoil low now so I can fire it one-handed.
And just have the floor. I'll be back. Are you gonna end up just like with 2 combat shotguns at some point?
That sounds really good.
2 recoil gloves.
A great idea.
2 fully automatic combat
It cost me
shotguns.
so much experience to get 5 agility.
But would
Alright.
it be worth it?
Yeah, he's off. Alright, Donovan's off. I'm gonna go.
What now?
Donovan's off. I'm gonna go get him.
He's gonna go pick up Donovan.
Okay.
Our
It would
Our
be worth
hospitalar.
it.
How does his
It would be
healing work? Is it once every session that he gets the big healing, or once every like game day, or?
That's once every game day, I think.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's once every
agility
game.
is so
Yeah,
expensive for me.
Once every session
I'm
is
at
fate
30.
points.
Yeah,
So-
I wasn't sure
It's
how his
500
healing
to bump
thing
it
worked.
up 1.
Yeah, healing is a bit more based
And
around
that
the
only gets
actual
it to
in-game.
35,
Actually, the game
where
instead
I'd
of just,
rather
you know,
spend that
magic,
500
temporal
XP
magic.
on other
Otherwise, what would the point
so
of
the
sending
two-handed
corrosive
shit,
snakes after you?
unfortunately,
be?
doesn't really work that way for me.
Apparently, I just need a pair of boots to suck it and kill when I run through a crowd.
Well, no, pretty much how that works is if their regular attack makes it through your armor, then you need to make the fortitude save.
Yeah, as I say, I need a pair of boots
Yeah.
if I'm going to run through pits of snakes.
A pair of very good boots.
Any boots.
I should need my jacket.
I have a flak vest and a helmet and rags. I assume I don't even have shoes.
Andrew has boots built into his feet and the snake still bit him on his toe. It can still happen, it's just a lot less likely because the snakes don't do much damage with their
You know what I
initial
like?
bite.
I've taken, like, no damage.
Weren't you
like
supposed to
the
be the one taking the hits?
Well, I'm always sitting there shooting at stuff, but nothing likes to hit me.
See,
Because
I'm-
you always miss.
Nothing's ever shot at
I'm the opposite. Every
No,
time
that's not true.
every time I hit something, everything turns to me and starts shooting at me.
Well, eventually you're going to be robot and fairly tanky as well, so if you want to
That's-
hold the aggro, I'm cool with that.
That's that was the idea, not necessarily to be the
Okay.
tank, but to
Slightly
be
tanky.
survivable.
Alright. You guys have it.